I was almost just not going to make a video today because I have so much to do right now, but I decided to make one anyway. Mondays are hard. There are good things about Mondays though. I mean, it's Monday, and if you don't know what that is, that's Jason Monday. And Jason Monday is like pretty much my favorite ever. And today's Monday is also featuring a famous Monday, so yeah, it's pretty awesome. And if you haven't seen it, I will link it in the Pandorica. And I don't know if you guys know who Sarah Snitch is, but she's really cool, and she started this series called Magic Mondays where she talks about Disneyland. It's kind of a coincidence that I'm wearing my Disneyland sweatshirt, but yeah, she makes some really interesting videos about Disneyland, and you guys should check those out. I will link it. You girls made really long videos last week. I'm pretty sure I have a lot to say to both of you, and sometimes I take notes on what I'm going to say, but this is what my notes look like for this week. It's blank. It just says Prisoner of Azkaban. That's all my notes say. And when I get stressed out, things just leave my brain. My brain capacity shrinks to like a quarter of the size, and it's already small. A Remembrall would be a wonderful thing. I wish I had a Remembrall. But one with like a little piece of paper on the inside that would be kind of like a fortune cookie, but it would say what I've forgotten, because like Neville, I would also forget what I had forgotten. Stella, I like the spell that you made me. That was cool, and I feel special that you kind of made me a spell. Thanks. I liked it. Heather, that was a sweet outfit. I was born in the 80s too, but I was born in May of 1989, so I was only alive for a few months of the 80s and therefore do not remember them. I'm still behind. I finished Chamber of Secrets on Wednesday night, and now I'm less than halfway through Prisoner of Azkaban, which I should have finished by like yesterday. Last week I told you that Ron is my favorite character. Well, I pretty much have 3 favorite characters. Ron would be number 1, but the other 2 are kind of tied. And the second one we met in Prisoner of Azkaban, and that is Remus Lupin. He fixes things with chocolate. How could I not love him? It's really interesting if you think about the what ifs in Harry Potter. For example, what if Lupin had never been bitten by a werewolf and therefore did not become a werewolf? I mean, there would be no Shrieking Shack, there'd be no Whomping Willow, Sirius probably wouldn't be an Animagus, Scabbers probably wouldn't exist because Peter Pettigrew probably also wouldn't be an Animagus, which leads me to wonder if there would even be Marauders. Maybe there would be. They would just be James, Remus, Peter, and Sirius, but that's not as cool as Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prong. This is probably one of the more butchered book-to-film adaptations, if not the most butchered. Oh, I remembered something else I want to say. Stella, it's really cool how excited you are for Summoning Charm books. Okay, I didn't want to say the A word. Why didn't I want to say the A word? Because everyone pronounces it differently. That's like the biggest thing in the Harry Potter fandom, is how to pronounce that word that I don't want to say for fear of setting someone off. I noticed Heather and Stella both pronounced it a little bit differently. I think that I would pronounce it Accio. I can't remember how you guys pronounced it now. I just remember that you both did it differently. But yeah, I said it Accio. Man, there are so many different ways to say that word, so I try to avoid it. Anyway, Stella, I do have a Harry Potter chapter near me, which I realized that I failed to answer previously. There's one probably like a half an hour away from me, and then one that's probably 20 minutes away from that, so there's actually 2 pretty close to me. I really want to get more involved in the Harry Potter Alliance, but I don't have any time on my hands. And also, I don't have any books to donate. I have 1 book that I can think of because I accidentally bought 2 copies, but other than that, I want all my books. Maybe that sounds selfish, but I want to reread all my books, or I haven't even read them yet, so I don't really have any to get rid of. But Heather, you have a giant amount, so I hope that you find a good place to donate those. Stella, I'll see you on Wednesday.